huge success of the previous two Wonder Woman movies, the DCEU decided to close out the story of Diana with the third and final installment in the franchise. And the final movie is coming sooner than you expected. Is it happening? After the Wonder Woman sequel came out, Warner Bros. Chairman Toby Emmerich released a statement where he announced the third movie is finally happening and that it will conclude the long-planned theatrical trilogy. Gal Gadot, who portrays Wonder Woman in the franchise, explained that she can't wait to get back into the suit and bring yet another iconic movie. Recently, she also revealed that the sequel is currently in the works, but refused to tell us all of the details about the movie. Currently, there isn't a release date set for this movie, as director Patty Jenkins is currently busy making a Star Wars movie that's set to premiere in December of 2023. So it appears that Wonder Woman will have to wait for a bit before it appears on the big screen. The earliest we could expect this movie to hit theaters is 2024. In 2021, producer Charles Roven said that they are starting to put something together for the third movie. However, he failed to give us any concrete dates as to when the movie will start filming. As of now, all we are aware of is that the Wonder Woman franchise will conclude as a trilogy, with the latest movie airing hopefully in 2024. We also know that Jenkins is back as the director for the third time in this movie, and she and Gadot will work together to bring a truly cinematic masterpiece to the big screen. Until we have more information, you can all sit tight and rewatch the two already released movies in hopes of figuring out what the last movie will be about. Production status. With no release date and Jenkins working on another project set to be released in late 2023, it leaves us questioning when the production of Wonder Woman 3 will begin. Not only is Jenkins set to direct the new movie, but she will also write it. She has always planned this story to be told in 3 movies, and she also has confirmed that she already has a storyline in mind. She has already smashed that like button just like you should if you haven't done so already. But no. She has already written the script for the final Wonder Woman movie, and as she wrote the final scene, she even doubted whether she would like to continue the story and expand the franchise. But as Warner Bros. Announced, the third movie will likely be the end of the trilogy. But that also doesn't mean that Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman won't appear in another movie or reboot. Given that the script appears to be finished by Jenkins, you must be wondering why they aren't filming. Well, this movie involves a lot of time, and currently, many people involved in the movie are already busy with other projects. Filming on Wonder Woman 1984 began in 2018, with reshoots in 2019 that ultimately paved the way for the film to release on Christmas Day in 2020. Should it take a similar amount of time for filming the third film in the franchise, it would appear that the movie won't be released soon. If the production doesn't begin until 2023, we are possibly looking at a 2025 release date, which would end up with a time gap of 5 years between the release of the second and the third movie. Who will return? One thing is for sure, Gal Gadot will return and reprise her role as Princess Diana of Themyscira. But beyond that, not much is known about who could potentially star in this upcoming movie. Many would love to see Chris Pine reprise his role as Steve Trevor, but his return is especially doubtful since we've already seen his character come back from the dead once. Doing it a second time might just be pushing it. However, he could still appear in flashbacks or dream sequences of some sort, but it all depends on what direction the movie will take Diana in. Many have quite enjoyed seeing the original Wonder Woman actress, Linda Carter, have a cameo in the sequel as Asteria, but many also believe that she will be included in the third movie in a bigger role. Kristen Wiig's villainous character Cheetah, or Barbara Minerva, was intentionally giving an open ending, which could only mean that she would reprise her role in the last movie. Cheetah is one of Diana's most important arch-enemies in the comics, and yet in the movie, she was a secondary villain, so bringing the character back could be an interesting move. Other actors that seem likely to reprise their roles are Connie Nielsen as Queen Hippolyta and Robin Wright as General Antiope. As of today, other than Gal Gadot, no other cast members have been officially confirmed, which means that many characters could be erased from the story, and many new ones could be added. We surely believe that new characters will be included, but it's too early to say who they will be and what role they will have in the movie. When will it be set? The first Wonder Woman movie was released in 2017, and it was set in 1918 at the height of World War I. as the superhero learned about the human world and discovered her gifts. The sequel, Wonder Woman 1984, was set, as the name suggests, in 1984, and it revealed that Diana still had much to learn about her powers, including her ability to fly. While the two movies were set in the past, it appears that the crew behind the movie plans on smashing that subscribe button and ringing that notification bell. But no, in all seriousness, they plan on making the third movie a bit different. That's right. It looks like we won't be getting another period piece, and rumor has it that the third movie might continue Diana's story past Justice League. Jenkins went on and confirmed that the movie would be a contemporary story in 2019. She also spoke that she doesn't plan on putting her in the past again. We still aren't sure which year it will be set in, but we will surely see her out of the 1980s and in the more modern era. All of this depends on how the DCEU timeline works out and whether this movie will continue her story after Justice League, or will they go before these events. For now, we are glad to see her dive into the more modern era instead of going back in time. This would for sure change the entire story of Diana and how we've seen her so far, and it will likely result in the change of characters as well. Godot might still be there, but other characters might leave, since the movie will be set in the future far away from the last events that occurred in the second movie, which was set in 1984. What will happen? The last time we saw Diana was in Wonder Woman 1984, where Jenkins moved the cast of characters closer to the present day. In the movie, Diana was living during the height of the Cold War, and she came into conflict with not one, but two formidable foes, in the form of Cheetah and the mysterious media mogul Maxwell Lord. Throughout the past two movies, we have seen her come into her own and come to terms with her place in the world. Currently, the plot details of the third movie are being kept a secret, but even Godot herself revealed that she would like to see Diana Prince in the modern world. She believes that we have seen enough of the past, and it's time that Diana leaves the past as well. Jenkins revealed that she had a story in mind before the release of the second movie, but throughout the years, she decided to change it. If the movie is set after the events of Justice League, we can for sure see her in the modern world, where she would have to face a whole different set of challenges. There is no doubt that years would pass between the movies, and that in time, Diana would have been through a lot. But the events of the third movie will likely tell us the entire story about what happened between 1984 and the year the next movie will be set in. Also, as in the rest of the superhero movies, one needs a villain. Wonder Woman will definitely have a villain, and many believe that Cheetah would be the main villain this time around. But some believe that Wonder Woman will be faced with the greatest villain there is, the most powerful one she has ever had to deal with. Luckily, she has a long list of potential enemies to fight, such as Giganta, Hippoda, and Queen Clea. So anything is possible for this movie, but we still have a long way to go before anything is revealed. You'll love this video next.